From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Giants. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon. Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Giants at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Horton is going to let this one go deep. Touchdown. Keandre Lambert-Smith. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Looking to put a drive together. The first carry here for Jordan James. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay. Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive? Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. Here's James. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Complete to right. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Horton. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
2nd and 1. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Wright's got it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one too low. Watkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. You talk about this Giant defense. And they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, and see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch them?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
In motion right is Watkins. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, that's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready, set. Set. Liking 18. Let go.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Mustang 19.
Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
19 Lions. Jeanette. 70, 60 Bearcat, 60, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Holloway. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
19 type, 19
So first
type.
and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Ready!
Off play action. Horton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, that one well designed as they'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Horton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Pioneer!
Back to throw. Horton. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Giants. Keandre Lambert-Smith with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Giants go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they have that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They get this out quickly to the left side. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Come on.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Looking to throw. Horton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 28-0. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on
take with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes that they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions. Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go!
Operating from the gun, Horton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Here we go. Start. Viking 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. Cap 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Come on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Keandre Lambert-Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
7 yards. It's 2nd down.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yeah, I think we're totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Running the slant, and he finds Mitchell. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Mitchell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They'll run on 1st down. Corner. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready, go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Giants first down.
Ready, Cowboy
First and
80.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Get up.
Operating from the gun. Horton. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk, Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Back to throw. Horton. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
70. Come on. Set. 60 Eagles. Trap 60.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
19 Tiger. Mustang 19. 19 tight. Let go.
On 4th down. Horton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready? 60 Bison. Ready?
And they'll run it here. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Keandre Lambert-Smith, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants continue to run up the score. They lead it big.
fourth.
Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Watkins. And the giant rush gets home. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Talk about two sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly, but they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Here we go. Shot.
They run the counter. It's corner. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go. Porter. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's 3rd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Back to throw. Horton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Operating from the gun. Watkins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Watkins. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the out route and complete. That's a glider. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on 3rd down, Watkins. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. So a victory here for the men.
Poses.